Hello, my name is Julie. Welcome to my channel. You're watching Treasures Made from Yarn, and this is my weekly update on projects I've done, what I worked on, and not worked on. So we always start what we got done, and this basket didn't start out that way. I started out wanting to make a blanket. I bought the yarn from Temu, and it's kind of like wool, so wasn't liking, but I thought, hey, let's make a basket out of this. Kind of like, even though the bottom I would normally in the past I wouldn't have done this pattern on the bottom. I just would have done simple single crochets, but I kind of like that. Just winged it, made it to a basket, and right now it doesn't hold its shape right now, but the only reason why it's holding its shape is because I got stuff in it, and that's the remainder of the stuff I got done this week. So this should already have a video on it. I did a yarn video for this. This is not, I already forgot the yarn already. Oh, it's Ferris wheel. It's Ferris wheel. And usually when I'm doing a yarn video, I usually might throw like a bonus pattern or something. And this Möbius fidget toy, it was a new ideal that was actually inspired by a comment off one of my other Möbius patterns. So I'm like, okay, there we are. So hopefully I'll leave that video link in the description if you want to make. This turned out to be really large, and Ferris wheel. I like Ferris wheel with this. It is soft, and I love the colors are vibrant. So there's that. Alright, this is a project I said I would get done. I was almost done with this last week, so now it's done. So this yarn is the Hobie Fruta yarn. So it's all cottony, kind of like it. It's got a lining, but I'm a fan that it has a lining, but it looks, if you look at it closely, it looks kind of sloppy. Oh well, that makes it handmade, right? Yeah. That is this bag. Maybe something fall. I thought I felt something fall when I was pulling stuff up, but maybe not. Alright, I did get this scarf done. I still plan. My initial plan was still make a video tutorial on how to make this scarf. I somewhat have a written pattern already, but it's not the same as the scarf. The scarf's slightly different from the scarf pattern I wrote many years ago. Yeah, I think I realized what product fell out. I am missing a hat. Where did it go? There it is. It's missing this hat. This is the latest Bod Hat Palooza hat. Bod Hat Palooza is hosted by Laura over at Möbius Crochet Farming, and every week she pulls out a hat pattern from Bag O' Day Crochet, and this is her latest one. I did change up the brim. This is front post, back post double crochets. Give it a rib, and it is like her cluster hat. And what I like, I think for some reason you usually can find the seam or the board, or the fault line, but somehow with this pattern you can't really find it. Yeah, I can only find it because I was looking for the chains, because I usually, sometimes when I do this, the chain 3, it represents the back post. But yeah, you can't tell. It's hard to tell where the fault line is, so that makes it a win. So this hat is a little tight on me, so this will get donated for sure. Right. Finally, on a little whim, made It's not Möbius, but it's a little hyperbolic fidget toy, and it's got, started around a button. It's a button there, so just something that was kind of quirky and different. So that is it. That is all the finished stuff that I did this week. So, put this all back in the basket. So that basket just got me start another one. So yeah, did the same. Did the moss stitch. That basket was the moss stitch, by the way. So moss stitch on the bottom. Besides, yeah, soon this is gonna get as tall as soon as I run and stop out of this. So yeah, we started another basket. Did work a little bit on this project that was kind of sitting there for a while, and that is, I did a few more rows on the basket. It was recycled, made with the whole recycled ribbon. So this in theory should be a really big basket because I have 3 of these. So my theory is that at least this one will go into the base. Or I'll make it as big. It's like, okay, that's big enough. We'll just keep going. So now, looking at my moss stitch baskets, I'm like, I might want to do that with this one. Granted, the bottom's already it's going to be the standard increase. But I might do the moss stitch. And even with this thick yarn, it might still hold up. Because yeah, this is a thicker. With the beginner yarn, it's holding up pretty well. Okay. Let's see. Oh. This is what the knitting machine basket, or baskets on the brain. The knitting machine is the blanket. I still have 4 panels. I pretty much every so often would make it, there's another panel on the knitting machine, so every so often we'll just do a couple cranks on it. You know, this, in theory, if I sat down, I could probably finish this project because it's just relatively quickly, because it's just mostly on the knitting machine, but well, it's soft. It's mohair, so it's kind of soft. Let's see. I'm trying to think all my other projects I started and didn't even touch it at all. So this reason because I started this in anticipation for any future bot hats, because most of our hats start the same way, but just so happened for the last 2 weeks all our hats have been different. The one you just saw was the cluster hat, and the one before that was moss stitch hat. So whenever she gets a hat that starts with the standard increase, I got one already going. It started. Do this. I haven't worked on this as much, but I kind of figured that this was going to be a long-term project and this would take a while. But yeah, it's the beaded weighted blanket. I guess once I get more, it'll be more weighted, but I still attest that the other blanket I'm working on might be just as weighted as this one. That's this one. Yeah, this one to me is heavy and thick. Only because we got back post, front post stitches on this. I'm going through all my scrap Chanel to make this. I haven't worked on this week. But, yeah, it's soft and it's thick. If I do this again, I want to figure out something else for the center because it's so thick around the rest of the blanket, and then the center is kind of thin. not sure I like that. But yeah, this one's definitely weighted. And soft. Okay. I got a lot of projects around here. Right. The one I got in this bag, I haven't touched. I started it when I did making the video on the yarn I got from Michael's, which is the Flex yarn from Loops and Thread. And moss stitch, which I guess is coming out to be a favorite stitch of mine, but I haven't worked on it. But yeah, like this and that pink basket was yarn that I bought this year. I'm kind of giving more priority to projects that I had yarn previously, because that is for Stash Down 2025. That's hosted by Bridget over at Queen's Craft by Bridget. Matter of fact, April is coming to, let's see, today. Yeah, there's only 1 or 2 days left in April. I think, wow, Friday, Saturday, May 1st already? No, today's only Tuesday. Yeah, it's like, this week I should be doing a Stash Down video. That's why I haven't worked on that one. Because it's not a priority. Let's see, I always forget. Oh, this is a scrappy blanket. Another blanket. I had 3 blankets. Scrappy blanket using single crochets and a very big hook to give it more of a lacy look. So yeah, this is pretty much all it is throwing my scrap yarn on this. So this could potentially, maybe when it gets closer to the end of the year and I have yarn to kind of get rid of or want to finish, it can go on this blanket. I don't know, I have yet to finish, to go through all my yarn from to go through all the yarn I had from the previous year. By the end of the year, probably not happening. Oh, that's right. I gotta fix this. I forgot from last time, but this is just another from, I think, the Facets yarn. Just again, moss stitched scarf. I think this is the project I'm gonna take with me to work now. This scarf. This looks like a good scarf to bring with me. And I think the only thing I got left is where'd you go? This guy. I haven't started. I think I started part of the head in that. I should probably work on it. I should probably just buckle down and work on that. Again, surprisingly, because I like amigurumi. Maybe I'll just leave this here out, like where I see it, but you can't see it. Where I can see it, it's like, you know what? I should work on that fox. Alright, but that's it. That's all I have for now. So I hope you guys have a good, well, depending on when you watch this, if it's at night, then, okay, I'm babbling. If you did like this video, please give it a like. See more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you always for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.